Good morning, good morning, good morning. Cheryl Douthit here with LimeLife by Alcone. And I am, I'm sitting here thinking, getting ready to go see my mom. And I'm thinking like I should just pop on here and talk about how great my mom is, talk about how great moms are, and put my makeup on at the same time. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to talk and talk and talk, and hey, jump in and share your mom story as well. If you're gonna hit the replay, then hit the replay and share this video with others. So as you can see, I already started, and sorry, I didn't think about jumping on here because the hubs is upstairs and he's gonna be yelling down here anytime for me to hurry up and get going. But anyway, so I am using today our SPF 30 sunscreen as my primer on my face, and I just put it on as a lotion, and you want to keep it very tacky. So you don't want it to dry 100%, but keep it kind of tacky. And then I used concealer. I used concealer number 2, this one right here, with our concealer brush as my primer for my eyes. Okay, so now we're caught up. Anyway, so tomorrow is Mother's Day. Good morning, Leanne. Thanks for joining. So tomorrow's Mother's Day. And on Monday, I fly out to Mississippi for work. Really, really early, this disgustingly early Monday morning flight, right? So we're going to see Mom today. And what we're going to do is we're going to go and see her, pick her up, take her. Her and I are going to go get mani-pedis. Yes, it's always so much fun to take Mom to get a mani-pedi because it's just humorous to watch her and listen to her interact with the girl that does her nails. They are such a hoot together. But we're gonna go and do mani-pedis, and then we're going to see some other family, take her out to eat, and by that time she'll be exhausted. And then we'll take her home. So, and then we'll drive back home. Now, if you don't know the distance, that's a 4.5 hour drive for us one way. So we're driving 4.5 hours to get there, pick her up, take her to get a mani-pedi, take her to dinner, and then see some other family, and then drive back for 4.5 hours to come home. So very long day, very, very long day. So the point is, my makeup has got to stay on all day because I have to look gorgeous, right? So it has to stay on all day. So I am very fortunate to use foundations and eyeshadows and mascaras and such from LimeLife by Alcone because it stays on. Girls, it stays on. You want these products because you put them on, you don't have to freshen them up all day, which means you don't have to carry all your products with you, and they stay. They last. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my eyes and my eyebrows, and then I'll come back and do my foundation. What am I going to do? So I am going to use a couple of different products. I am going to use for my eyes, well, let's do my brows first. I am going to use, what's the name of this? I'm going to use an eyeshadow to do my eyebrows. What? Yes, really, an eyeshadow to do my eyebrows. And it's this one right here called Taupe of the Beast, number 40. So I'm going to take our brow brush, our brow tamer, which has a spoolie on one end and an angled brush on the other. And I'm going to use that spoolie and try to tame what little bit of brow I have, because most of this that you see is a tattoo from like 5-6 years ago. I have very, very little brows. And then I'm just going to put this brush into the shadow. And yes, I'm using eyeshadow on my brows. And I'm going to draw this bottom line. And then I'm going to put a tail on it. Now notice I did that at an angle. And then I'm going to draw a top line. And what that will do is give me the shape of my brows. And then I'm just going to fill it in. And don't worry when you're doing this, because when I put my foundation on and concealer on, then I'll use that to smooth out any lines, or, you know, if it looks a little too big, then I'll fix it with that. So some people have asked, you know, hey, why are you, you know, you have a corporate job, why are you working for LimeLife, you know, why are you doing the gig, the second gig? Honestly, because the products are that good. The products are that good. The commission project, or the commission plan is that good. And honestly, I have met some just fabulous, incredible people that have so broadened my horizons, expanded my heart, expanded my viewpoint on things, expanded my horizons and my opportunities that I never would have had the opportunity to consider if I had not joined LimeLife. And I'm just getting started. So, you know, there is so much to come that, sorry, it's like walking and chewing gum at the same time. Some of us are challenged. Okay. My eyebrows, that easy. And I used eyeshadow, so it's not like you need a whole bunch of extra products either. Okay, so I joined LimeLife because I love makeup. I love the products. I love the skincare. You know, I was doing skincare with another company, and I had tried 4 or 5 different things, and it just wasn't working for me. And I tried LimeLife, and within 1 week, I had a huge difference in my skin. And I've been using LimeLife for probably 4 months now, consistently, morning and night. Very consistent. It takes like 5 seconds. I mean, honestly, it takes like 5 seconds to put skincare on morning and night. And the results are just incredible. I mean, I really, honestly, pretty biased, but I don't look my age by any means. And others have told me that. People are amazed when they actually find out how old or what my age is. Let me put it that way. You know, they're amazed that my skin looks this good at my age. So the skincare is that good. And like I said, the commission plan, you know, for a second gig, it is great. It is great. I'm actually thinking, you know, at some point I'll replace my corporate job with my LimeLife gig because the opportunity is that great. But, you know, if you know my mom, if you know my grandma, you know that I come from a very long line of very strong women. And, you know, my mom always worked 2 jobs. So the whole time I was growing up, my mom was working morning, working night, working, you know, 2 jobs. She would go off to work very, very early in the morning. And I'm going to use on my eyebrows, because I want to, or not on my eyebrows, but my eyes, I'm going to use this color right here, which is called Loverboy. This is a very mellow, natural looking eyeshadow. So, and forgive me, I struggle with talking and putting on makeup at the same time, but I'm getting there. I'm improving. Anyways, and then I'm going to use our big, or I think we call it large, eyeshadow brush. But my mom always was working. Thank you, Leanne. My mom was always working 2 jobs. And when she wasn't working 2 jobs, she was carting one of us kids around. And I'm just putting this shadow on just for like a base color. Just something very natural. Because I wanted a little bit of color, but I didn't want it to, like stand out or anything. So just a very natural color. But my mom was always, she was our best fan. She was always in the stands with us, cheering us on no matter what the event was. She never took any time for herself. And the fact that, a few years ago I got her turned on to going and doing her nails was just huge. She never did. She never did that. She never took the time, but she always made sure we were taken care of. And she, for as long as I could ever remember, she always worked 2 jobs. She would come home. She would leave very, very early in the morning because she worked in a cabinet factory, a dusty, dirty, hardworking, blue-collar, manual labor factory. And she would work there all day. And she would come home. She would feed us. She would clean up. And then she would go to her second job, where she worked retail. So she'd have to clean up, and she'd have to, totally change culture just overnight. But she would come in and she would make sure that we were fed, make sure we were taken care of, and then she would clean up and she would go off to work. And she would work another 3 or 4 hours. Even when all she really wanted to do was, lay on the couch, turn on the TV so that it was so disgustingly loud that even the neighbors could hear it. Get her a bowl of potato chips and just have a good time. She was exhausted. She was always exhausted. And now I'm going to use this other shade called Sweet Dreams. It's a shimmery shade just to kind of fill out up here and in the corners. And then I'm going to use our small eyeshadow brush for that. But the point is, we're driving 4.5 hours to go see Mom. We're driving 4.5 hours to go see Mom and 4.5 hours home. And, it sounds like a big deal. But honestly, if I think back and think on the fact that, she didn't work 2 jobs every day because she wanted to. She worked 2 jobs every day because she had to. She had to take care of her family. And she, she never took any time for herself. And when she wasn't working, she was carting us around. Or she was at our sports events. Or, she was making sure that we had what we needed to be able to, go to school or do our projects or, be ready for the next day. She was always taking care of us. And, going to see her today and, driving that far just to take her to get a mani-pedi is, like nothing. That is nothing compared to what she did. And, and then as we got older, I remember one time after I graduated from graduate school, we didn't live the life of luxury, but we always had what we wanted. We always had what we needed. And when I graduated from graduate school, I'm this smart-ass kid thinking, oh my God, I've got it made. Everything is made, right? And good morning, Lori. Hope you're feeling better. And I'm thinking, I'm going to move out. I'm going to get this job. I'm going to do all this stuff. Well, then, I got a job pretty quickly when I graduated from undergraduate school. Unfortunately, it didn't start for 3 months. So the problem was, what do I do in the meantime for money, right? And, mowing yards didn't really pay too much of the rent and utilities and cat food. So, Mom always, always, always made sure that I ate at least once a day, always. So no matter what was going on, no matter, no matter whether she had it or not, she always made sure that I had a meal at least once a day, always. And sorry, I was like, it tickles. Okay, I am not ticklish anywhere, but the one spot I am ticklish is that tear line. So I have hooded eyes, so I have to put my liner, or I choose to put my liner on my tear line. Otherwise, when I open my eyes, all you're going to see is a streak of liner on my eyelids, and I just don't like that look. So I put it on my tear line, and it helps fill in my eyebrows, but it also gives me kind of that liner look, but leaves room so you can see when I open my eyes, there's very little room to see my eyelids. So I put it on my tear line. Anyway, so, Mom always made sure that I had at least one meal a day, whether it was, a bag of potato chips and bologna sandwich and a Coke, whatever it was, she always made sure I had one meal a day. So, moms are awesome, and my mom is amazing. When my grandparents broke up home, and my grandfather, when he, really couldn't take care of things and needed grandmother to do so many things for him that she just couldn't do it anymore with her own illness, her own health, and her own age. She needed a lot of help. So, Mom was right there. Mom was right there taking him in and taking care of Grandpa. And unfortunately, Grandpa ended up going to a home for a short bit to get the care that he needed. And, Mom took Grandma in and made sure that she was healthy and that she was safe and had what she needed, and took her and her dog in, which was kind of hysterical because that dog was a gorgeous dog, sweet little thing, but spastic. Oh my God. You think Dalmatians are spastic. It was a Boston Terrier, just a cute, sweet dog, but spastic. It was like, oh my God. Imagine, here's two senior ladies, right? And this spastic Boston Terrier. Now just imagine what walk time was when they would go out to take the dog for a walk. And I can only imagine what the neighbors thought when they saw this dog, this Boston Terrier dog, just going ballistic all over the place, and these two senior ladies trying to walk this dog. Just imagine, right? I wished at the time that, video was a big thing, because I would have loved to have had a video to share. But anyway, memories, right? So, Mom always made sure that Grandma was taken care of, but she was still always taking care of us kids. Whether we lived there or whether we didn't, she always made sure. And, then she's still working 2 jobs. She was still working 2 jobs, taking care of Grandma, taking care of Grandma's dog, and taking care of us kids. So, for me to work a second gig with LimeLife, even though I have a corporate gig, it's just the way I was raised. It's what we do. There's only benefit of it, and it's just second nature to me, to always have, more than one income stream, because whether it's out of need or whether it's just out of upbringing, it's what we do. And LimeLife is great. I love being part of the company, and I love the opportunities that are available to me. But the people are just amazing, and the products. I mean, I just can't say enough about the products. They are just amazing. Okay, so as you can see, I'm using our foundation brush, and I am using Olive number 2 in our waxed based Botanic foundation. Okay, and then I'm going to let that sit for just a second, and then I'm going to put some translucent powder over it. But anyways, so driving 4 hours to see Mom, take her to get a mani-pedi, and driving 4 hours back is like no big deal. I mean, well, it is. It's 8 hours. It's a whole day. But you know, she deserves it. She deserves it. And she enjoys it. And it's a little thing that I can do to help bring some joy into her life. Okay. So tell me, what are you guys doing with your moms? You know, what's happening with Mom for you? I know today isn't really Mother's Day, but like I said, we are going today because tomorrow I have to get ready to go on my business trip on Monday and leave really early on Monday. So we're going today, which gives us a little more time with Mom anyways, because that way things are open a little later when we get there, and not be stuck trying to get there with Sunday hours, and being able to enjoy some time with her. So that'll be good. But and I'll post pictures when we're getting our nails done, because like I said, she's a hoot when she's around her girl doing her nails. Okay, so I'm putting a little bit of translucent powder on as well. Putting this on because it'll help keep my foundations in place and my concealer in place. And it gives me that kind of a matte look to go on top of that dew look that I got with the SPF 30 sunscreen. Okay, so where was I? So after Grandma passed, then Mom, she has always been there to help us kids. She's always been there to take care of us. She downsized into a townhouse, but to this day, in fact, she just turned 84, and she still lives by herself. She still takes care of herself. She comes to visit a couple of weeks out of the year, and still lives by herself. So she's an amazing woman, and I just think that my mom's amazing. I think she's great, and I certainly hope that your mom is as amazing as mine. So I hope that you have a great day, and I'm going to go off and finish because I really need to get going. But I'll post my finished look, and I appreciate you hopping on and sharing with me in the comments your how amazing your mom is and the amazing things that she does for you. And thank you for joining me here. I'm gonna go finish. I'm gonna do a little blush and a little bronzer and some mascara, and then I'm going to finish getting dressed and grab the hubs and take off to see my mom. So have an awesome weekend, and I'll post the finished look here shortly. And thank you so much for enjoying or for jumping on, and I hope you enjoyed my little commentary about how amazing my mom is, and I look forward to hearing how amazing your mom is. Talk to you later.